easily afford $1,000 a month
So you
dividend.
want to give me
for every American
$1,000
adult.
a month
Yeah.
until I die?
Until
Yes.
he's 64, right?
Well, yeah, it's until you die, but if you have Social Security, then it overlaps. You don't get both.
That's
Now,
not
let
going to
me
cause
ask
mass inflation?
No, it will not.
Why not?
Well, I'll give you a couple data points on the inflation. So we printed $4 trillion for the banks during the bailout, and there was no inflation in consumer goods. And if you look at what's happening right now in your own life, a lot of stuff's getting cheaper or better. That's electronics, clothing, cars, media, food for the most part. All that stuff staying essentially constant in price or getting cheaper or more sophisticated. Now, what's going up in price? What's driving us all crazy? Housing, education, healthcare. And those three things are not being driven by the fact that we have lots of money to spend. It's not being driven by like purchasing power. Healthcare is being driven by the private insurance industry and the fact you have this opaque pricing and you're not actually negotiating price for any interaction. Education is because college has gone up in price 250% and families feel they have no choice but to pay, so they just take out massive loans, which is its own huge set of problems that we have to try and address. And I would forgive a lot of the student loans because I think a lot of them were immorally generated, and it's a stimulus of the economy. Young people should be starting families, buying homes, starting businesses, and not paying off this phantom student loan debt.
The Sally Mae.
Yeah, I had $100K in law school debt for years. I used to call it my mistress because I was like writing a check every month to some like family in another town. I was like, I hope they're having a good time on this money. So I get it. Like, people should not be just servicing this loan forever. It doesn't make any sense. And then housing's the trickiest one. Housing is because we feel like we have to live in certain areas in order to access certain economic opportunities. So like the housing prices in New York and San Francisco are obviously gone through the roof. And part of that is local, part of that is zoning ordinances, and you can't develop affordable housing. But the point of it is that we're not increasing the money supply by enough that you would see massive inflation. And the way most consumer products work is that there'll still be price sensitivity among consumers and competition among firms for your business. There's no reason you'd see a massive spike in